Good morning. I'm going to start making my next journal. I mentioned this in a previous video. So this is going to be created using this book cover. This is an old French book. 1926 is the sort of handwritten inscription. Let's see if I can get another date. What was, hang on, was that a date? No. All right, well, that's the most recent date that I can see. So sort of early 1900s, 1926 on there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the text block, obviously keeping some of these gorgeous plates that are in here. They're not going anywhere. So I'm going to remove this, try and keep the inner covers as intact as I can because they are in excellent condition. And what I'm going to do is replace the spine. So I've been pondering on how to do this. So I have that's just going to come as sort of a freebie in the little bundle. I don't really know what to do with it. It does need a little bit of repairing, but it's so pretty. But I think I'm going to put that in the bundle with the book. But I've got this piece of fabric that I thought could be quite nice for the spine. And then I was kind of thinking, could I incorporate this somehow? Some very old lace. So I'm thinking I'm going to have, this is the spine. I don't know what way round it goes. That's the outer, I think. So let's imagine I've already cut that book off. This is going to attach here, possibly with this over. Stitch, I'm going to have a panel inside as well, just a plain white fabric panel. Stitch the signatures there, attach that to the inside of that, and let's pretend this is the book cover, the inside of that, and then it will make a decent sized spine, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's going to become the spine. That's the cover. Love the blues. I've put some signatures together, tried to keep in with the blues and the florals. I've got 3 signatures in this. Each have got a wallpaper as their outer cover. And again, sort of botanicals. I've got lots of vintage pages, botanical pages, some tea dye papers. I haven't sort of folded them all together yet. But I've got lots of very old antique and original ephemera in here. That I think will go very, very nicely. So those will be my signatures. So it's going to be quite a chunky book. We'll put a few bits of ephemera inside as well, I think, in this. And we'll put some pockets and bits and pieces. Won't go mad, but we'll do some decorating inside as well. But first things first, I need to dismantle this book. So I'm going to very carefully, I'm going to start by removing the text block, and then I'm probably going to use scissors to cut the actual spine. But basically I've got myself a Stanley knife, and I'm going to very carefully just cut down here. I'm not pressing too much because I don't want to damage any of the structure of the book until I can see properly what I'm doing. I've got part way down, so I'm going to turn it upside down. So I don't know if you can see there, sort of where the paper is. There's always a gap between the back of the spine and the back of the text block and the spine. So that's kind of where I'm sort of aiming my knife. And I've just ruined that bit, but aiming my knife that way. There's a stitch there. Yeah, I can feel that. There we are. So that's that side. Obviously that's some of the paper that was covering that spine there. Yeah, so it's a fabric, obviously like a cloth covered spine with a wooden strip there, or a cardboard strip should I say, to hold it together structurally. So let's do this side. So I'm folding the front and back cover all the way around out of the way, and then you can see I've got a little gap here where I should then be able to just quite easily, can I get that all the way down without turning it? There we are. So put that to one side. So obviously these, I'll probably pop a few of these plates in some of the pockets, or maybe make some big full page tags. That could be quite cool. So obviously we keep this, especially with the handwriting and the dates and stuff like that, make like a nice pocket inside. So I'll probably do something like that. So this is what I'm left with. But obviously that isn't big enough for what I want. So I'm going to get the big scissors. And I'm just going to cut very carefully along these two lines here. And try not to damage anything. Yeah, I've been thinking hard about how to bind this, because usually you would stitch into the spine, or if they were loose like this, you would place the two pieces on a piece of paper or a piece of fabric and fold them in, but I don't want to cover this. That's what I want to be the cover. So I've been pondering how to do this one. Right, let me neaten that up. I mean, I could keep that maybe, if I can get the cardboard off. Could maybe use some of that as tabs. You know, little page tabs or something, or little tag toppers. There we are. Okay. So just gonna neaten that up. The last journal I made, the French one, is already sold. That sold super fast, that one. And I think it's because of all the ephemera inside. It's just so pretty. And there's just so much interest in it. Like, why wouldn't you want to have a rummage? Oh dear. Right. Okay, so I think that's neat enough. So if I go back to showing you what I meant, so that's going to be my front and back. So my spine is going to be a decent width. I'm going to have that glued either side. Obviously I'll have to have quite a secure spine. I might do just a couple of stitches top and bottom through the, if I can, through the book board to just try and secure it, because that is just going to be held on with glue. But that's why I can't, I'll have the spine attached to a separate piece that will go in the middle, and I'll have to reinforce that, because otherwise these are going to be quite flimsy. You see, you could do this and then you'd normally cut a panel out and sort of put it over so you've got an extra bit of security, but I don't want to cover this. So the idea is the spine itself, that's what you'll see. I know what I'm doing in my head. Like that. That's what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. It's fine. So, these are going to be my signatures. Because I'm doing 3, I have to do 2 the same and 1 different. That don't question it. That's just what I'm doing. So I'm just going to reorder my pages that are inside. It's going to be a bit grungy and a bit messy, so I don't mind that things are going to sort of peek out and overlap and one thing and another. I don't really have a method for doing this part. I just kind of, whatever looks right, kind of just run with it. Like I've just done a botanical, so I'd need to do either text, ledger, or a plain, something like that. A little piece of ledger paper. And because I'm doing a shorter page, sort of at the top, I need to do something at the bottom. Now I had a little, just a little bit of watercoloured French book page. And then I'm going to have a big sheet, so we'll use the straw paper. And because that's plain, I need something pretty. Oh, this one next. And now that's text and cream, so then a colour would work well. I need to start thinking about what I want in the middle centre of my signature, which is usually something like this. See, that with the butterfly is quite nice. I might keep this for my centre. So then I'll do a music page, a text page, and then it'll be the ledger and that. So that's signature number 1. I'm just going to get some clips to just, oops, pin all of these together so I know what I'm doing. So that's signature number 1. Number 2, that way around. So probably quite similar. Start with a big sheet. And then we'll have, yeah, should we keep this as the centre? Oh, we'll have that as the centre on this, I think. So that's going to be my centre. A nice big text page. And then I need to break the colour. So then maybe this blue. This is just a reproduction. So I'll be doing something on the inside because I hate that bright white. Let's have something like that. And then some ledger, and I don't have any sheet music. Oh, I do have some sheet music in this one. Ledger and music. Let's have the straw paper, then a colour. It makes sense in my mind. Don't judge me. Small ledger. Break that with some colour and a botanical, and then we'll have the 2 small pieces. That's the other watercolour French page, and then that in the centre. And then we will clip those together. Do this last one. Yeah, let's start again with the straw paper, tea paper. I knew what I meant. I'll have that as the inside, I think. And we shall have, shall we have you? Oops, stuff's falling. Bit of colour, some ledger, some sheet music, a bit more colour, the straw paper, some of this, some of this, one of you, and then I've got 3 little bits here. Oh, 4. Right, I'm going to move that somewhere else. Is there sort of a few neutrals together? Let's have it there. There. And then this is for the centre. So that's a nice chunky set of signatures. I hope you saw that. And I'll leave it there for this vid. And then next we will put our spine together and take it from there. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.